Сайн байцгаана уу хүн үзэгчтэй. Өнөөдөр манай дефакто нэвтрүүлгийн зочноор Францын хоолны мэрэгжилтэн, хоол тэжээлийн мэрэгжилтэн Рафаэл Груман оролцож байна.
Рафаэл Груман Хоолзүйч Ажил дээрх Хооллолт агентлагийн захирал. Тэрээр хооллолтоор дамжин хийх эмчилгээ, бөөрийн өвчтөн болон илүүдэл жингийн асуудалтай хүүхэд өсвөр насныханд эрүүл хооллолтын зөвлөгөө өгдөг мэрэгжлийн хоолзүйч хүн юм. Илүүдэлжинг тогтвортой ба эрүүл хаях Груманы аргаа боловсруулсан ба Франц Италичууд тус аргыг өргөн хэрэглэж байна. Телевизийн нэвтрүүлэг сэтгүүлүүдээр дамжуулан шим тэжээл эрүүл хооллолтын талаарх тогтмол зөвлөгөө хүргэдэг бөгөөд 2012 оноос хойш эрүүл хооллолтын талаар 8 ном бичиж хэвлүүлээд байгаа ч.
Good evening, sir. Welcome to Mongolia.
Thank you.
So tell us about this diet at work agency.
Yeah, so in France, I built a company in diet to explain to some patients how to balance their diet, how to arrange some main menu to have a healthy way to live.
You said balance the diet to have healthy life. Diet. In Mongolia, for example, every nation has own food, right? Different food. Yeah. How to make sure we balance it? Is there any way that we feel that we are not balanced?
In fact, the body needs some different nutrients. Mm-hmm. If you can find it in the alimentation, in the diet, mm-hmm. You can have some trouble issues like nutritional disease, like obesity, diabetes, heart problems, and that's why if we try to balance as well as possible our diet, we avoid this type of disease.
So let's talk about particular cases. So let's talk about diabetes, which is unfortunately is new disease for this society, Mongolia. So only maybe 20 plus years or less than 20 years old disease for this country. Mm-hmm. We had not it before. And it is coming with, of course, type of life, movement, etc. But food-wise, mm-hmm. from where it comes, when the person started to have that problem?
In fact, it's a new problem for Mongolian people. This new disease is bring because you have already changed a little bit your diet, your alimentation. Now you eat a lot of wheat, like ravioli, like pasta, and this type of food bring a lot of sugar.
A lot of flour.
Yeah, a lot of flour.
Flour, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And this type of food increase the blood sugar, and that's why.
Well, okay. When we talk about sugar and when we talk about diabetes, Mongolians understand it's from sugar. We even call it sugar disease. Mm-hmm. But the sugar is not only from sugar, but mostly is coming from flour, bread, all flour products. Exactly. Why is that? I mean, how does the process works?
In fact, this type of food, like bread, like pasta, mm-hmm. is not sweet. The taste is not sweet, but it contains sugar. So when you eat that type of food, but you don't eat like fibers, which is in vegetable or fruit, the passage of the sugar in the blood is very fast, very quick. So that's why you increase your blood sugar very fast. If you eat fibers with meat, with flour, the passage of the blood, of the sugar in the blood, is slow.
So the flour products like bread, when they are processed, they are converting very quick to sugar.
Exactly.
Glucose, which stays in the blood longer than we take sugar, or after how many hours that ordinary sugar we eat and the sugar we threw bread are becoming the same? How does it work?
Alors, when you eat a piece of sugar, the sugar passes in the blood in maybe 15 minutes. It's very quick. When you eat bread, it's slower, maybe 45 minutes, 1 hour, because it's the sugar contained in the bread is mixed with other nutrients.
I see.
So the body try to assimilate it slowly, and to the process is slowly.
And plus, when you eat flour bread, you don't feel that you are receiving sugar. You will feel it after 45 minutes, right?
Exactly.
So it gives, at the end, a lot sugar than you would take just from sugar. Okay, the first thing, diabetes. And you said this nutrition diseases bring obesity, diabetes. Now, what happens if can we avoid this disease through nutrition?
Yes, we can avoid diabetes, obesity with different balanced diet. Okay. If you eat bread in a meal, during the meal, it's a good way to balance your diabetes, your meal. But if we can bring some fibers, some vegetables with the bread, with the meat, and maybe a fruit for the dessert, it's a way to balance it and to avoid the increased blood sugar.
Raphael, I saw your interview on many channels in France. I saw your articles in all major magazines, particular women's to watch, to read, not to watch their weight, lifestyle. You are a very popular man. In that sense, what is the best combination of fiber, vegetables, and flour for people to be fit?
To be fit, you have to eat bread on the morning, for example, and you can eat starchy food for lunch, like pasta or rice. And for each meal, if you can eat a fruit, maybe for the breakfast, for the lunch, and for the dinner, and meat, maybe for the lunch and for the dinner. And for example, you can eat an egg on the morning. It's a way to balance your food.
Meat we can eat for lunch and dinner?
Yeah.
And dinner as well?
As well, because meat is important in the balanced diet. It brings you some proteins, and the proteins is very important for the muscles.
Which particular meat? Because sometimes we say only chicken or no beef or no lamb. There must be this sort of restrictions or not?
No. If you can try to eat different type of meat, it's better, because, for example, if you eat beef or lamb, it brings you iron, and it's very important. If you eat chicken, it's less fatty than beef or lamb, but there are no enough iron, not enough.
So this sort of minerals should be balanced, and you need iron, you need other minerals, right?
Yeah, different minerals like calcium, which you find in dairy. So dairy product is very useful for the body, for the bones. So you can drink Erag.
Erag, okay.
Erag.
Okay. Did you try?
Yeah, I tried it.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay. For bones. Now let's talk back. Now there is a motion, now new, at least in our society. Talk about, should we have fruits first before the food or after the food? Why and why not?
Some of one said it's better to eat fruit at the beginning of the meal, because the sweet taste stop to be hungry. But traditionally, we eat the fruit at the end of the meal.
No, then they say, when after eating, say, rather good food, you take now after fruits, it's brewing inside. Is it true or not?
Not true.
Not true.
Not true. No. It doesn't help to have a better way to digest. It's not true.
Okay. Then what's the difference between taking fruit before or after? What is better?
I think to take the fruit after the meal, it's better because the different type of food that you already eat reduce the way of the sugar pass in the blood. So if you take the fruit before the meal, there are nothing in the stomach, so the sugar can
go straight
go
to
straight.
fructose.
Exactly.
So if you take after fruit, then what happens?
After that,
After you take food, meat, everything, then take a fruit.
exactly. So the sugar will mix with the other nutrients. So the body prefer that because it's not increase the blood sugar very quickly.
The other thing is about the regime of the food. They say you eat bulk bigger in the morning, less in the afternoon. At dinner, if possible, nothing to eat. Is it correct or not?
Is it truly correct? In France, we have a way to say that the breakfast of a king, the lunch for a prince, and the dinner for the poor.
King for poor. Okay,
Yeah.
king, prince, poor.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you can eat a big breakfast on the morning, it's better because it brings you a lot of things to have a good day and to not to be hungry between the meals.
Now, Raphael, you're very fit. What is the secret? Just on the nutrition, or you do exercise?
Now I practice some exercise
Yes.
a lot. I love it.
Yes.
So I run, I practice some tennis, some martial arts, different type of
Every day?
exercise. Mainly,
Mostly.
mostly
yes.
every day.
And when do you wake up?
Very early in the morning.
Which hour?
I wake up at 6 o'clock and I practice my sport on 7 o'clock to 8:30.
Okay.
And after that, I go to work.
In the gym?
Yeah,
You work in the gym. Do you bicycle?
I do.
You live in Paris?
I live in Paris and in Normandy, in north of France.
Okay.
Mixed my way, and I practice some running in the morning when I were in Normandy.
Where is it? Your home?
In the north of France.
In the north of our mountains. Okay. La Manche?
La Manche.
In the north. Okay,
Exactly.
okay, to the border with French Channel to England, right?
Exactly.
In the north. You have a home there.
Yeah.
Also in okay. And have you been ever big before?
No, I'm not
All the time like
all
this?
the time, but my father is a little bit big, so I give him some advices.
Other thing,
Yeah.
I'm just always wondering, France, Italy. I was many times in both countries. France, you eat flour, the bread, fresh, every day. In the morning you go to the shop and buy fresh bread, and every breakfast starts with flour.
Yeah.
And yet flour has a lot of sugar. How to avoid? Why the French people are not getting in general big?
Because when we eat bread in the morning, we eat a fruit with that. And we eat some various vegetables for the lunch. So we can eat a piece of bread, not all bread.
So lunch with vegetable,
Yeah.
a morning with fruit.
Yeah.
For example, orange juice. Orange juice, should we eat before? Okay, let's say we eat. Can we drink orange juice while we are eating flour bread or not, or after better or before better?
I think it's better to avoid orange juice. It's preferred to eat a fresh fruit, because when you drink an orange juice, you drink a lot of sugar which contain. You see, when you drink an orange juice, there is maybe 3 or 4 oranges on the glass. So if you eat one orange, it's enough.
Okay.
So it's better to eat fresh fruit, better than to drink.
Okay, so what you suggest, breakfast, take flour, you can eat bread, good bread, and don't forget to have just eat the fruit itself, not the juice.
Yeah, exactly.
Lunch, the vegetable. Which vegetable? Any or particular vegetable? With meat. Mongolians eat a lot lamb. We take lamb with cucumber, potato, the tomato, and potato.
Okay.
Is it all right?
In France, potato is like starchy food. It brings a lot of sugar. It's not the case of the other vegetables, like tomato, like cucumber, eggplants, spinach. This type of vegetables not bring a lot of sugar. Only potatoes. So if we can mix maybe potatoes with another vegetable, it's good.
So the matter is, you no need to restrict much your food, eat, but right combination.
Exactly.
How about dinner?
For dinner, it's better to eat meat with low fat, like chicken or turkey, or even fish, if it's possible, with vegetables. But it's better to avoid bread or potatoes or rice or pasta, because for the evening, it's better not to eat sugar, because when you sleep, you don't practice a lot, you don't burn the energy.
Okay, so when we talk about dinner French, by which time it's ideally? I know you guys staying in the restaurant in the evening, I know. By 7 or 8, ideally, if you're at home, if you can cook yourself, what is the ideal time to finish the dinner?
Ideally, to finish the dinner, maybe 8 o'clock, because it's better if you have some 2 or 3 hours before to go to bed for the digestion.
Okay. The other thing, I talk now about French. Now, when I go to Italy, they eat pasta a lot. But I noticed one thing. Pasta in Italy, when you eat, it's tough. In other countries, they have boiled so much, it's very soft. What process is better?
The process better is to eat the pasta al dente. So not to cook. Because when you cook too much the pasta, the sugar which in it pass faster in the blood. So it's better to not to cook too much the pasta.
So, but it's better the sugar is converting very slowly,
Exactly.
not the fast.
Exactly.
So with pasta, too much cooked, that comes. That's why probably to me, Italian foods always crunchy, more crunchy. It takes time.
And the Italian people eat pasta for starter, usually. Not at main dish.
Pasta goes as a starter.
Yeah. So you eat a smaller portion.
Now the other issue, always Italy, France, people drink wine. Red wine, of course, with the red meat, white with more white meat, fish, chicken. Should we drink wine before food, during food, or after food?
During food, it's better. At the same that we have to eat some fruit after the lunch, because after the meal, because the sugar which contain in the alcohol, it pass slowly. So it's better to drink during the meal.
Sugar goes slowly.
Exactly.
That's why, not before, slowly, so that it goes slowly with the becoming sugar. And other thing observed is, this North France, this area, always drink wine, nothing almost else. Very less other alcohol.
Yeah, not
when you go to North, whiskey and vodka, Scandinavia. What is the preferable alcohol if Of course, preferably not to drink, but if you need to drink or if you want to drink, what is the preferable?
The preferable is to drink wine because contain less alcohol in it, so it's better for the body, for the liver particularly. And in the wine, especially in the red one, it contains some antioxidants. Antioxidant to help to avoid some infection, some disease like eye disease. So it's better to drink wine than vodka or whiskey.
We have been talking about obesity. Now let's talk about kidney diseases, where you have particular expertise. You have a lot of clients who are receiving your advice to combat liver disease, kidney disease. Tell us why.
Kidney disease is a complicating disease because in France, when you eat too much protein and you do the only protein diet, and it's a damage of the kidneys. So when my patients suffering from that type of disease, I do special diets for them and explain them which type of food they have to consume or which not they have to avoid to be in a better way.
So what is the most dangerous for kidney food? Or it's a combination of food?
It's a combination of different food. It's protein, salt. This type of two nutrients, you have to avoid it, especially
when you have a kidney disease. In general, salt is being advised not to take much. Is it correct?
Exactly, because for the blood pressure is a bad way to do it. If you consume too much salt, it raises the blood pressure.
Raphael, why you have decided to become nutritionist? I mean, how you did it? School or what?
I always want to have a contact with somebody else. I like to explain, to give some advices, and to help people. And I meet someone when I was younger who was a nutritionist, and she explained me what we have to do, what we can do for the people, and I liked it. So I began to studies at the faculty.
Which university, by the way?
In Paris, it's like it's named Créteil. It's near Paris.
School of
Créteil. And then I moved to Lyon. It's a foreign
city. Yeah.
Exactly.
And how long it took for you time to be recognized as a professional?
Maybe 5 years after my beginnings.
Wow. So what you made a difference so that in France it's like not Mongolia, it's 60 million people, right? Yeah. And then recognized after 5 years it's hard. So what you made differently? Your country is a country of culinary, beautiful, everything, and then you become expert there. How?
I wrote some books on my method because.
What's the name of the book?
I have wrote different type of books. The name of my method is the method Gruman.
Yes.
So I wrote a book to explain what I'm doing with my patient, what is my process, and I explained that I give some advices for the diet, for the exercise, practice exercise, or for sleeping, because the sleep is very important for balance the diet, because when you sleep not enough, you have to eat more. So when you sleep enough, it's better
is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Sleeping less means eating more.
Exactly.
So you should have your norm of sleeping, right? 6 hours, 7?
7 is better.
7 is better. And I saw you drinking beer too. So, but here said, because the beer you are becoming big. So how do you explain about beer?
Beer is contain a lot of sugar too.
Okay.
But
more than wine?
More than wine, yeah. more than wine, maybe twice that wine.
Whoa.
So we can drink beers, but we have to not to drink too much beer.
Too much beer.
Not too often.
Not too often. Meaning, can I drink 3 beers every day?
Oh, it's too much.
Too much. Okay.
But you are thin, so maybe it's okay for you.
Okay.
But no, normally we can drink maybe 2, 3 twice a week. Twice a week is better.
Okay, portion of beer a week will not much damage you.
No.
No. So now the issue is not to take particular food, but when you take food, know the right combination and the right size, and by right measure, right?
Exactly.
Amazing. Tell me about within you can talk about your clients.
Yeah. My clients.
Who are the most interesting? Who is the clients?
Mostly they are women. Maybe 80% of my patients are women. And they came to me to lose weight.
Okay.
But maybe 5, 10 kilos.
Okay.
Sometimes 15s, maybe more, but it's not often.
Okay, so you help the women who want to lose their weight, and what do you do with them?
I do
just with the food or with exercise or what?
I give them some precise program, personal programs.
Prescription,
Exactly, prescriptions for the diet. So we change the diet every 2 weeks to help them to reduce the weight, and I give them some prescription for exercise. Which type of exercise is better for her? Example, maybe she had to work with the leg, or with the stomach, or with the shoulders. So
average client, how long it takes time for them to lose the weight?
It depends of the person, but normally I try to make them lose 1 kilo per week.
Okay, it's easily, no? You should not have more.
More, it's not a good way, because when you lose too fast weight, it's very difficult to stabilize the weight after the diet.
I see.
And it could increase after that. So 1 kilo per week, it's a good, it's fast enough.
Okay, so 1 kilo per week, and at a certain level you stabilize.
Exactly.
What is that certain level? We say your weight, your how tall you are, minus 100, and that's your weight.
Yeah.
Is it the correct one or not?
It depends of different parameters. The age of the people, the tie, if they practice some exercise. So we fix in advance the targets.
Okay.
And it depends of this type of.
For example, how tall you are? How many centimeters? 100?
185.
85 centimeters. What's your weight?
My weight is 78 kilos.
78. Look, even take 100, you should be 85. Now you are 7 kilo less. Are you normal or you are thin?
Normal. I think I'm the normal.
So if I take 176 minus 100, if I'm 76, which I am almost, I'm not normal.
Why? How?
It's too overweight.
It depends on the age.
Because
maybe we have not the same age.
All right, okay, you were not the same age.
Maybe in 10 years, I can gain some 5 kilos, and it will be okay too.
I see. So the more you go with age, you more age, and you may have extra kilos, couple. Huh? Okay. What would be your advice, say, for a woman? For men, we talked just now. Well, for women, is it the same or not?
It's not the same, because it's different, and they may be more. They are more exigent with their body. So they look to try to have the perfect weight, and they can do some more exercise. They are more motivated.
Motivated. So a lot depends on also your inspiration, motivation, at which level of weight you want to be. Because, by the way, the weight is reflected in your productivity, right?
Exactly. When you are overweight, you are more tired.
Raphael, thank you very much.
Thank you to you.
And we're very thankful to talk in very simple language, the knowledge, to convey knowledge people want to know. Thank you very much. Okay, first, let me shake your hand. And хүн түлхэгчтэй өнөөдөр манай de facto нэвтрүүлгийн зочноор Францын нэртэй диетишн одоо хоолны мэрэгжилтэн өөрөө ийм Груманы арга гэдэг сурталч энэ технологиг бий болгосон ноён Рафаэл Груман оролцлоо. Их баярлалаа.